The Nature Boy, woo! Ric Flair on his podcast To Be the Man, talking with Conrad Thompson, got into some deep shit when Ric Flair was asked point blank by Conrad Thompson. You know, he was being asked about what he thought about Triple H's new regime in the WWE and how he thinks things are going now that Triple H is in charge. Ric Flair's like, I think. And Conrad's like, hey, you said you think. Are you still pals with Triple H? What's up with that? So asked Ric Flair point blank about his relationship with Triple H. We've heard a lot of rumors about this. Let's hear it from the man. What did he have to say?
I don't know, and I know a lot of our listeners probably don't know. What's the status of you and Hunter's relationship these days? Are y'all still tight, thick as thieves, like always?
Well, I don't think we're thick as thieves, but I can tell you this, and this I'm glad you asked me that question. We had a big falling out over the trademark, the man issue, big falling out. But I'd be very surprised if I wasn't in the top 5 people that reached out to Stephanie when he got sick.
Yeah.
Certainly, as soon as I became aware of it, I called her, and I called him, and he is, and I probably, Beth will be mad, he's the first person I called when Reed died.
Wow.
So, for whatever people want to make of our relationship or not, I feel like everybody has ups and downs. You have arguments, you have disagreements, but I can guarantee you this, I'll be at his funeral, and I'll guarantee you this, he'll be at mine.
Yeah.
And everything else is what everybody else can say what they want to say about it and make out what they want to make of it.
So look, we've heard about this, and I've been hard on Ric Flair before, like really hard on Ric Flair on this podcast. When he talks shit about people constantly, I'm like, why are you so bitter? What do you have to be mad about? Why do you got to take jabs at everybody, you know? And I used the fact that he's not friends with Shawn, he's not friends with Arn, he's not friends with Hunter. He's rumored to not even be friends with David Flair anymore, his own son. So it stands to in all of his ex-wives and just everything. His whole, like, in Mark Madden, Mark Madden said he was really hurt that he thought he was friends with Rick, and Rick's like, you weren't even my friend, and blah, blah, blah. The whole drama about that podcast. Ric Flair is nothing but drama, and I've called this out before, and I've been hard on him about it, and Triple H was one of those examples. Now, all of a sudden, I didn't know. I didn't know these details. I didn't know that it was about the man. I had heard, you know, obviously that Rick put up a pretty big stink about the man because Becky Lynch was calling herself the man, and Ric Flair he really got hot about that, and he had heat with Becky Lynch about it. Apparently, that went so hard that this affected his own relationship with Triple H, dude, his bro, one of his besties. Triple H was Ric Flair's strongest supporter. Ever since he came back, you know, he was one of those people that was like Team Ric Flair right from the beginning. He brought back Ric Flair's confidence in himself, put him in Evolution. You know, they got to relive the whole Four Horsemen lifestyle, and Ric Flair got to feel like he was styling and profiling again and hanging out with the young guys and getting the chicks and being cool and getting the rub from the current young guys while the young guys are getting the rub from Rick. And him and Triple H were just tight as hell. Ric Flair gave Triple H the NWA title, the big gold belt that he held. And he said in his podcast once that he regrets giving that to Triple H. Shit. And even here, he didn't, you know, he's like, you know what, like everything in between is speculation, but I'll be at his funeral and he'll be at mine or whatever the fuck. He'll be long gone before Triple H does, but you get, well, maybe not with Triple H's heart condition, knock on wood. But it's sad that it's come to this to begin with, and over a fucking gimmick. Why wouldn't you be, especially the guy that stole the name, the Nature Boy? He, of all people, should know the value of borrowing from your past, from the greats in history, to bring it forward and do it in a new and better way. Maybe not even better, just a new way for a modern era. What's wrong with that? He stole the Nature Boy from Buddy Rogers. That fuck. And then he had the nerve, the gall to say that Becky Lynch can't be the man. Not only is it's not even another guy. Like Ric Flair, somebody could have flat out stole the robe and called himself the Nature Boy. You know, that's what Ric Flair did, but it was a girl, not a guy, and she took the name The Man almost in a completely different context, too. It was a fuck you to the whole system. It was, women can do anything men can do. I'm the man. I got bigger balls than you. Fuck you. You know what I mean? And it's that attitude that got her over to mega stardom. You know, she was damn near she was damn near on a Stone Cold Steve Austin rise. I think this whole big time Bex thing is Stone Cold's heel turn when he hugged Vince McMahon. It's a big shit the bed. So hopefully when she comes back as the man, that she gets to have a whole nother super exciting run and really do what she does. But for Ric Flair to sit back and be that bitter about that, I would have handed that to her on a silver platter, bro. First of all, they can coexist. You know, he can still go out and have 8 retirement matches and be the man, Ric Flair. You know, I guess maybe it's more down to a trademark issue, not an ego issue. You know, maybe he's still trying to make money off of that. Maybe I don't know what the fuck the deal is, but I would have gladly been like, bro, go for it. You know, make some fucking money. As long as I can still make money, as long as I can call myself the man, to be the man, you got to beat the man, all that shit. He didn't even really call himself the man. I guess every once in a while, I'm the man. But usually it's, you know, to be the man, you got to beat the man. It's different than just, I'm a chick and I got a bigger dick than you do. Fuck you. That's just so much better too. But yeah, it's sad to hear that Rick doesn't have that kind of relationship with Triple H anymore. You know, I feel like Triple H really looked up to Rick, and Rick's just bitter, and he's got to get over his own ego, in my opinion. Hopefully he's able to. I would have thought he was going to do that after he had his near-death experience. But you know, some people never learn, I guess. And hopefully Rick does come around, and hopefully they can salvage their friendship. But it was interesting to hear that tidbit. I had not been aware that it was specifically revolving around the man, and that still to this day they are not really talking. So that's rough to hear, but hey, to be the man, you got to beat the man. Woo! Nature Boy. Oh yeah, thanks for checking out the video. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like it if you liked it. Yeah, and you can check out full episodes each and every Sunday right here on the channel. Oh yeah, dig it.